There are over 15,000 council homes in Wirral, and surveys show that around £172 million needs to be spent over the next 7 years to bring them up to a modern standard and carry out the environmental and security work which tenants are telling the council are very important to them. The problem is, the council hasn't got the money to carry out the improvements, and under current government rules, it isn't allowed to go out and borrow it. So what's the solution? Hi, I'm Mike McCartney. In the next few minutes, I'm going to explain why Wirral Council thinks of setting up a new housing organisation called Wirral Partnership Homes to own and manage its housing will not only bring homes up to a modern standard and build stronger communities, but will help keep them like that for future generations of tenants. Now, in order for council homes to transfer to Wirral Partnership Homes, the council must show the government that tenants are in favour of the plan. So at the end of this film, I'll explain how you will shortly be able to vote on the transfer proposal in a secret postal ballot. But first, let's find out why Wirral Council's in this situation.
We're very proud of our housing record in Wirral. The problem is the cost of keeping up with repairs and bringing homes up to a modern standard is growing. But the money we have available to do the work is decreasing. So something has to be done. Surveys show that £172 million is needed over the next 7 years to bring the homes up to standard. The council's budget in the next 7 years is at best £56 million. £116 million shortfall on what is required. Like many other local authorities, we simply don't have the money.
Yeah, OK, George, but what's the council been doing with the rent it's been receiving?
As I said, I'm very proud of our record. We have invested in some council homes. Look at Beaconsfield in Tranmere, Greystoke and Molyneux in Upton. They're terrific. We want to provide that level of quality for everyone, but the income we receive from rents means that we can't do it, and we are not allowed to go out and borrow the money.
But why is the council proposing transfer as opposed to anything else?
Along with tenant representatives, we looked at all the options that are open to us, and it's clear that only transfer will provide the money needed, not only to bring homes up to a modern standard, fitting double glazing, new kitchens, bathrooms, for example, but to invest in estates and the environment too. Tenants are telling us they want safer communities, better paths, fences, better lighting and other security measures. Having decided that transfer is the best option, the council is now putting all the facts before tenants and letting them choose whether they want to transfer to Wirral Partnership Homes or stay with the council.
But surely the tenants will think that staying with the council is the better option.
We know that the tenants are very satisfied with the council and happy with the housing service, but I must make this very clear. Staying with the council does not mean things will stay the same. They can't. The lack of money means that the housing service will deteriorate. The harsh reality is that this is likely to mean job losses in the housing department and building maintenance, closure of some local offices, reduced spending on repairs, no improvement works, reducing the paint and repair programme, and with more repairs becoming the responsibility of the tenants. In giving this information, we are not trying to scare the tenants. They have asked us for the facts and we are telling it how it is. That's why the council, and this is all political parties, believe that transfer to Wirral Partnership Homes is the way forward. But it's up to the tenants to decide themselves what they want to see happen. I will make sure that they have all the information they need to make an informed decision.
Thanks, George. So, the council hasn't got and can't borrow the money needed to deliver the quality of homes it believes you deserve. So how will Wirral Partnership Homes work? I went to see Brian Simpson, the council's Deputy Director of Housing, to find out.
Wirral Partnership Homes would be run by a board of 5 tenants, 5 council nominees and 5 independent people. If tenants vote in favour of transfer, then council staff who currently provide the housing service would transfer across to Wirral Partnership Homes and continue to run the service.
OK, if transfer goes ahead, what's in it for the tenants?
If transfer goes ahead, Wirral Partnership Homes would be the new landlord. It would own and manage homes in the future, but tenants' rights and entitlements would be protected. They would still be able to buy their home, and to be very clear, entitlement to claim housing benefit would not be affected. Transfer does not mean tenants would have to move home. Only the ownership and management would transfer to Wirral Partnership Homes. The difference is, unlike the council, Wirral Partnership Homes would be allowed to borrow the money needed to carry out the massive repair and modernisation programme. This means 9,000 new kitchens, 9,000 new bathrooms, 11,000 homes to have double glazed windows, 8,000 homes to have new front doors, 3,000 homes to have new central heating. And Wirral Partnership Homes would have around £10 million for environmental improvements. This would include money to replace fencing, paths, gates and boundary walls. And it would also be able to tackle antisocial behaviour such as graffiti, fly tipping and neighbour nuisance. Tenants went to see for themselves the standard of improvements transfer would bring at the Wirral Partnership Homes Home Choice exhibition and information event in November. Tenants saw first-hand examples of double glazed windows, doors, bathroom and kitchen suites that would be possible if transfer goes ahead.
It seems a bit too good to be true. What's the catch?
Well, there isn't one, but it's up to tenants to decide what they want to see happen. If they vote for transfer, we can go forward. If they vote to stay with the council, then I'm afraid things will only get worse.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Transfer isn't a new idea. Over the past 15 years, over 780,000 homes in England have transferred, attracting over £12 billion in investment. The Shadow Board of Wirral Partnership Homes is already working up plans in the event the transfer goes ahead. Here, Chair of the Board, Maggie Sparks, answers your questions.
What will happen to the rents if transfer goes ahead?
The government has introduced new guidelines to create a fairer rent system, so in future tenants will pay very similar rents whether your landlord is the council or a registered social landlord like Wirral Partnership Homes. So tenants in Wirral can be assured that rents will not go through the roof.
Will I still be able to buy my home if the transfer goes ahead?
Yes. If you can buy your home now with the council, you would be able to buy your home under what is called the Preserved Right to Buy scheme. Discounts would transfer to Wirral Partnership Homes and continue to grow to the maximum allowed, the same as with the council now. In fact, tenants' key rights and entitlements will remain. They would still have, for example, the right to succession, the right to take in lodgers, etc. Tenants would have the same security of tenure as they do now.
Where does all the money come from and how does it get paid back?
If transfer goes ahead, then Wirral Partnership Homes would take over the ownership and management of the homes, and housing staff would transfer over and continue to manage the housing service. Wirral Partnership Homes would then borrow the money from banks and building societies and repay it over the next 30 years from the rental income.
Why can Wirral Partnership Homes borrow the money when the Wirral Council can't?
Wirral Partnership Homes does not have the same borrowing restrictions as the council. We will produce a 30-year business plan that will take into account how much is needed to bring all homes in Wirral up to a modern standard.
Well, I'm quite happy with Wirral Borough Council the way it is, so how do I know that the new organisation is going to keep its promises?
There are lots of safeguards in place if homes transfer. Wirral Partnership Homes would have a legally binding contract with the council. It will be regulated by the Housing Corporation, the government's regulator for registered social landlords. And remember, there are 5 tenant representatives on the board, so tenants are well protected.
Will it tackle antisocial behaviour?
Yes, we would be a fair but firm landlord. We would work with other agencies to help make Wirral a safer place to live in. Wirral Partnership Homes would increase the antisocial behaviour team and would be committed to tackling graffiti and fly tipping and issues such as abandoned cars and neighbour nuisance. Most importantly, tenants would have a say in how money is spent in their local area.
Would the warden's service be safe?
Absolutely, and Wirral Partnership Homes would be committed to improving the warden service in the future.
Thanks, Maggie. So there you have it. £172 million is needed to improve your homes on the Wirral. The council wants to provide better homes and stronger communities, but isn't allowed to borrow the money needed and accept that things can get worse unless something's done. Wirral Partnership Homes can borrow the money needed while keeping rents affordable and tenants' rights and entitlements protected. By now, you should have received your formal offer document from the council. This contains all the information you need about what transfer to Wirral Partnership Homes would mean, and just as importantly, what would happen if you stay with the council. Please read it, because very soon you will receive your ballot paper for a secret postal ballot. Remember, transfer can only go ahead if the majority of tenants vote in favour. If tenants vote no, homes stay with the council. If tenants vote yes, then transfer can happen. Think about it. What do you want to see happen? And remember, please use your vote. Thank you very much.